Tonight at 5, road rage and gunfire on Parker Road. Police say the gunman called 911 to turn himself in.
Another mass shooting. 8 people killed at a California rail yard. Authorities blame an angry transit employee for the violence.
And Denver Public Schools turns the page.
If we rid obstacles in the path of success, we will be successful.
The new superintendent faces a tall task, improving the graduation rates and reversing the systems which held back Latino and Black students for generations.
Every student deserves intellectual, social, and emotional respect.
No arrests yet. Parker Road is back open, but tonight plenty of questions remain about why one person was shot after exiting 225 at Parker Road, shutting down that road for several hours.
Denver7's Gary Bro joins us from the scene of that shooting tonight. So Gary, what are you hearing about this?
And this was a wild one that happened right after lunch here earlier today. But really the big takeaway right now is, as you mentioned, Parker Road is back open southbound over at the 225 exit. It was shut down for a couple of hours while APD was going through and investigating the scene. But here's what we know so far. This all happened over around 12:30, 12:45 on 225 earlier today. We're told that one of the drivers cut off another one. This, of course, started a whole back and forth of road rage incidents. And what we do know after that is they got off the exit on 225 here on Parker Road. One driver apparently is accused of shooting and firing and then hitting that driver. The driver who was shot pulled over, called the ambulance. A short time later, the driver who's being accused of firing a shot then pulled over themselves and called 911 on themselves. As you mentioned, no arrests have been made. APD says they are investigating both. They're talking right now with the shooter as well as the victim to determine if any arrests will be made at this time. But once again, southbound Parker Road next to 225 is back open for your 5 o'clock drive time. Reporting live here in Aurora, I'm Gary Brode, Denver7.
Good to know. Thank you, Gary. A Colorado high school student was arrested this morning after making death threats on social media. Florence police say the 17-year-old threatened to shoot up Florence Senior High School. That's southwest of Colorado Springs. The student was arrested this morning after a short chase. The Florence Police Department is still investigating this incident, and classes will be remote tomorrow.
But tonight, ABC News confirms that the man who killed 8 people in San Jose this morning was carrying multiple weapons. He has been identified tonight as Samuel Cassidy.
And this is an epidemic unique to the United States. The California shooting is the deadliest one in our country since 6 people were killed at a Colorado Springs birthday party.
ABC's Morgan Norwood reports on this latest tragedy from California.
Tonight, another mass shooting in America. The latest tragedy happening at a transit center in San Jose, California.
Shooter is on the 3rd floor. Still another active shot heard.
Authorities saying an employee, Samuel Cassidy, stormed into the Santa Clara Valley Transit rail yard, killing 8 of his VTA colleagues. Law enforcement now concerned about possible explosives at the shooting location.
We received information that there are explosive devices that are located inside the building. That being said, we activated our bomb squad, which is currently out on scene.
Officials also announcing a possible second location, the scene of a fire that may be related to this deadly attack.
It is a fairly sizable crime scene and is going to take a while to process. So I would ask everybody's patience.
The shooting reported early Wednesday morning at the VTA hub and maintenance yard where trains are stored. A caller telling 911 they heard multiple gunshots.
We'll get 3 more code 3 ambulances, and looks like, again, shots are still being fired.
The